You're a fucking nerd. You're a fucking nerd. No one likes you. No one likes you.
What's up, you fucking nerds? So we are gonna do a lunchtime review, something I haven't done in a while. Ended up getting this Imperial Snowtrooper at one of my local GameStops. Not gonna lie, when I first saw it, there was something a little off about it. But we're gonna take it out of the pack and we're gonna take a look at it. Normally I would keep a figure like this for my wall, but believe it or not, I already have a Snowtrooper on my wall. He is an older version, but this particular one is the newest version from the Vintage Collection by Hasbro, even though they have the Kenner logo, because it's supposed to be that retro carded kind of shit, you know, so it's supposed to look all old school. So, of course, on the back, you know, they have a picture. Sadly, they do not have what the classic figure look like. Some of them do, some of them don't. But of course, this gives you the information on the Snowtrooper. Like I said, I'm sitting here at my favorite restaurant. So let's take a look at him. Let's pull him off the card. Okay. So one thing I'm going to say is Hasbro has gotten better with their Vintage Collection cards. Their cards are a lot more sturdy. They're not flimsy like they used to be. Of course, you have your international, whatever the piece of paper they always put in there. I never actually bothered to look at it. And then, of course, we're going to pop him out of the bubble. So, looking at this, tilt the camera down a little bit so it can, I'll have to hold the figure up in front of the camera, but like I said, we got the figure. Apparently the backpack comes off. So let's see if they did what I think they did. Alright, so I am actually going to give Hasbro props here. So the A New Hope Stormtrooper that they released, earlier this year, end of last year, it actually had the Mandalorian blaster with the flashlight on it, and I'm actually going to give Hasbro props here because they actually used the correct blaster with the Snowtrooper. So that is a good thing. Okay, of course, the Snowtrooper himself, he has cloth goods. He is a comma. I think that's what it's called, is a comma, right? In the movie, I think it was like vinyl or something like that. So this is, I guess cloth is. The cloth looks good. You know, he's, I still can't figure out what about him seems off to me, but, I'm not gonna lie, actually having him in hand, I'm digging him a lot more. His head does turn. You know, you got your arms up. Looks like these shoulder pads are connected at the armor in the top, so the shoulder pads are, you know, get out of the way when you put his arm up. Of course, you have your typical, you know, elbow bend there, and then of course your swivel at the elbow, and of course your hands, you know, twist and pivot. He does have a joint there, so his hand can go down for trigger hand. And of course, we know this arm does the same thing. Of course, he has a little bit of ab crunch, and the armor does get in the way, but it still do a little bit. And naturally at the legs, you know, his legs go up. He does have a thigh swivel, and he does have let me see that. Nope, that is not a double jointed, which I guess I shouldn't expect it to be, being a Vintage Collection. It's not a black series. And of course, you know, the ankles pivot. The detail looks really good on him. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually way more impressed in hand than I thought I would be. I really dig this. The backpack actually, the peg is actually a shaped peg. I've seen people in the past who aren't huge Star Wars fans who collect Black Series put the Snowtrooper backpack on upside down. So this one, you can't really do that with because, you know, and of course, his blaster fits his hand like so. You know, he's a good-looking figure. I wish that we could get a figure this good-looking for the Black Series. Don't get me wrong, the old Snowtrooper is good for what it is, but it's an old figure. The Snowtrooper is a very old figure, and you know, we really should have a new sculpt by now. And if the rumors are true, and Hasbro's going to quit doing action figure production in 2026, or it's going to be limited to Hasbro Pulse, then we may never get another sculpt Snowtrooper. I'm thinking about buying a second one of these and doing a Snowtrooper Officer, where if I do a Snowtrooper Officer, I'll be probably cutting these pouches off and putting a holster on him and painting it white. Black Series did release a Officer years ago in 3.75 inch, but those are kind of pricey online now. Otherwise, I would just buy one of those and cannibalize it. But I do like his soft goods. I like the soft goods a lot better, because the one thing I'll say about the Black Series was that the didn't have soft goods on the Black Series. It was a cone. I made him into a traffic cone because his combo was made out of plastic. So, you know, you can get a way more posability for, you know, this Snowtrooper than you could with the Black Series version. And yeah, I don't know what it is that I find is off about this, but I don't think it's enough to warrant that I'm not going to have to get more. Yeah, he's a good-looking little figure. He was perfect for a lunchtime review. There's really not much to him, but he's still well made. And yeah, so again, I just wanted to do something really short for lunchtime. Oop, backpack might need a little bit of ticky-tack or some glue. It doesn't get lost. But anyways, like I said, I wanted to do something for lunchtime, something short, just something to add to the channel. And I just got him, and I thought, you know what, let's do one. I got my camera with me. We're going out to do toy photography today. Let's do a lunchtime review. So that is that. This is the Vintage Collection Imperial Snowtrooper. I'm at Miyabi Jr. on McPherson Church Rd. Had myself a steak bowl. It was kind of bumping around here earlier, and now it's slowed down, so I decided to go ahead and film a review. Hope you guys enjoyed.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
I was just bullshitting.